What I'm gonna try to do is get his back flat to the mat, and I want his knees to be up towards the ceiling. If his knees are up to the ceiling and he's flat on his back, he no longer has his half guard. This is where I want to be. And when you're doing this, hold this for a little bit. Count a few seconds out and make sure you're driving pressure in, and you'll notice as soon as his back starts to go flat to the mat, that's when I'm going to start to rock his knees up to the ceiling. So we'll go back. And Craig's going to be framing for sure. So this is our head high camping. I'm really driving pressure, and you can see his back is starting to go flat to the mat. That's when I'm going to rock his knees up. And you see how I've now cleared his knee shield? Sometimes from here, you'll be able to just shoot your underhook. But Craig is doing the right thing. He's still framing. So once I've cleared this knee shield, I'm going to go back to traditional half. I got past the knee shield. Now we're just going to do our tripod pass. He still has his frame. If he didn't, maybe he brought it out, I can shoot my underhook, and that's great. But if he still has his frame here, a good way to get around this is I'm going to drive my weight down into his frame, and I'm keeping this arm tight. I need to get this underhook, but right now he still has his frame. Once I drive all my weight down and collapse his frame, now I'm going to shoot my head to the other side of his, exactly. I shoot my head here. He's probably going to pull this out, because if he doesn't, if you leave your arm in, there's nothing he can do with this frame anymore. So most people are going to pull this out. And now I've got my underhook. For Craig, he's probably going to want to get an overhook or something like that if he can and go into his attacks. I drive my head down to the opposite side of his head, and I'm also driving it into him, acting like a crossface. For the first one, I'm going to use my hand to pass. I'm going to bring my hand up, post it down on his leg. My goal is to pin his leg to the mat as I tripod my head and my feet up, and I'm going to bounce my knee until I can staple it over top of his leg. He's still going to be locking on. This is the quarter guard for him, and he's going to be blocking my bicep with his hand or my hip. But right now he's blocking my bicep. So I'm going to swim this inside, grab his elbow, and pull this up to the ceiling. And notice how my head stays low the entire time. Now, from here, you might be able to just trace his leg and kick that foot out. But if you can't, like Craig's doing the right thing, he's locking onto my ankle. I'm going to take this foot, bring it up, push his leg open, and then take a big back step out, or big step out. Now I can slide. It's really important that you take that step. Can you grab that back? Yeah. Because if I bring this foot up and I'm hanging out here, if he explodes, he could probably roll me over to my left. Exactly. So if we go back, as soon as you use this foot to open that leg up, you have to take that step out, slide through, and we're in position 2. When we're starting, Craig has his knee shield. My hand is on his hip and cupping below his bottom knee, and my head is going to drive into his top shoulder. I'm going to hold this position for a little bit because right now all of my weight is in his shoulder and his knee. He's carrying my weight. Once I feel like his back is starting to go flat to the mat, I'm going to rock him up past that knee shield, and now I'm in traditional half. Craig's doing the right thing with his frames. So I'm going to drive in and pin his frame down towards his chest, and you have to keep this arm tight. If I drive this in and don't keep this tight, he's shooting that underhook, I'm going to be in trouble. But if I keep this tight, he's not going to be able to get that underhook. Now I drive my head down. He's probably going to bring that frame out, and if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. There's nothing he's going to be able to do with it. I'm going to use my free hand, post it on his bottom leg, pin that to the mat, tripod up on my feet and my head, bounce my knee over top until I staple. Now I got to deal with this arm. If it's on my hip, we just pull it up to the mat like this. Sometimes you'll be able to just kick your leg free, but if you can't, use your free leg, open his leg up, take that big step, and sit right through. We're in position 2. Cool? All right, on 3, 1, 2.